pop genius! Let's learn if Nikola Tesla discovered parallel universes. He once said, "I won't bother you with the theory. It would take too long." And then he started talking about parallel universes. What? Nikola Tesla never talked about parallel universes? He talked about the fourth dimension. Here's how we know. If you go to the Tesla Memorial in Belgrade, Serbia, there is a plaque there that says he predicted the fourth dimension. But that's not true either. He didn't predict the fourth dimension. He just talked about it, and when we look at what he actually said, it becomes clear why people think he was talking about parallel universes. Here's what he said about the fourth dimension. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, let's think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. E equals mc squared, the equivalence of mass and energy, the photoelectric effect, special relativity. Yes, this guy totally gets it. But then he goes on to say, there are higher dimensions beyond the three known to science, which are accessible only to the human mind. Hold up! Whoa! What are you talking about? No. There are no higher dimensions. There's nothing beyond the three dimensions that we know. At least there's nothing that we can possibly know or observe. So there's no such thing as the fourth dimension. You might as well just say there is no such thing as a standing wave in an organ pipe. Oh wait, they totally exist. We use them all the time. They're called atoms. The reason we do unobserved 4D standing waves is because we do not have the capability of creating or observing them. We can't measure the wavelength of something that we can't observe. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. That's not how science works. So if there are no higher dimensions, then what the heck was Tesla talking about? Well, here's what he said. My idea of the fourth dimension is something in which the human mind can grasp a concept which is not bound by the conditions of time and space. Well, duh, that's not a scientific definition. A scientific definition would be like this. The fourth dimension is a direction perpendicular to the three spatial dimensions that we can move in. It's a direction that we can travel in, but we haven't found it yet. Let's talk about how we know that there's only one universe. Let's talk about why Tesla was wrong. In order for another universe to exist, it would require another set of physical laws, another set of constants, another set of particles, another set of everything. Why would there be two sets of everything? Why not infinitely many sets of everything? Where does it stop? Does it stop? You couldn't even make sense of the question unless you assume that there is only one set of physical laws, one set of constants, one set of everything. In fact, you can prove that there's only one universe by simply existing in it. Here's how you do it. You take some chalk and you draw a line in a sandbox. Then you turn around and you erase the line. Now there's no line in the sandbox anymore. You draw a line in a different universe and erase it because there is no line there. And if you can't observe it, it doesn't exist. So you've just proved that there's only one universe. Tesla also said that the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, which isn't true. It's impossible to travel backwards in time. Time is like a river flowing in only one direction. This is known as the arrow of time, and it has to do with entropy. Things tend to get more disordered, not less disordered. Your bedroom is a great example of this. Now look, Tesla was a genius, really a genius. He invented alternating current, induction motors, neon lights, remote controls, the radio, and he proposed the first working model of the atom. And he was a visionary. His ideas helped shape the modern world. But he was wrong about a lot of things, including the fourth dimension and parallel universes. Why is this important? Because a lot of people today still believe these things. And it's really unfortunate because it gives science a bad name. People think that scientists believe in all kinds of crazy stuff. But you know what? Crazy stuff isn't science. Science is based on evidence, observation, and reason. That's all it is. And that's all it will ever be. If you like learning, like and subscribe to become a pop genius.